Well, good morning there. There we go. Hi. Good morning. I'm sorry we weren't live yesterday. We had some technical difficulties, but I downloaded a whole new software and spent the entire day setting it up. So I think we're going to be fine. Good morning, Cran. Good morning, Shelby. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to get started here in, what do you say, like 2 or 3 minutes? I just got a couple of things to wrap up, and then we're going to be good to go. I'm so excited to hear. Don't forget to say hi over in the live chat. There's some really fun stuff coming up in Prize Pond. I got some surprises and stuff. Oh, can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Make sure you tell your friends, text everyone, say good morning in the chat, say good morning in the text line. Oh, and if you'd like to play Prize Pond, you got to text me your first name to 601-557-CAT1. That's 601-557-2281. I hope to see you soon. There we go. All right, let's get to it. Good morning. It's time for the Morning Meowncements. Morning Meowncements on the Nightcap with Nightcat YouTube channel. This is the kitsch-minded morning show where we get you ready for the day. I am so stinking excited that you're here. We've got a great show coming up. We're going to get you all caught up with the news on the Morning Mews. We got to transfer our caterpillars, which are now cocoons, into their new habitat, and all sorts of other fun stuff, including a really cool new version of Prize Pond, which I'll explain when we get there. If you want to play, text your first name to 601-557-CAT1. I might be calling you later to play live for a prize on the show. But before we get into any of that, I got new glasses! So a little while ago, I told you about how I ordered glasses online for the first time. Because when I was a kid, when I was younger, I had really messed up eyes, and I needed, like, corrective lenses, so I couldn't ever order them online, and I always spent a fortune on glasses at the eye doctor, like some chump. Well, now I can order my lenses online, and I ordered 8 pairs for the same price as I would normally pay for one. So, this is number 1, by the way. Little, cutesy, flowery, scientist-looking glasses. But then I got, this is usually my style, the rectangle thick frames. I got 3 colors of this one. So there's our black, there's our red. Ooh, I kind of like the red a lot too, by the way. I didn't think I would, but I was like, well, it's $11. I can't not get a pair. By the way, Zenny is where I got these, Zenny Optical. They're not paying me to do this. They didn't give me my glasses for free or anything. I just really like them, and I didn't realize like how cheap glasses could be. I also got a brown pair of those plastic rectangles, which I really enjoy as well. Though as soon as I put these on, my roommate looked at me and she goes, "Wow, those are some old man glasses." So thank you for that. So in case I ever need to put on an old man disguise, I now have the glasses. Then I got myself some Dahmers, which I know is not like the cutest thing to call them, but I also really enjoy these ones a lot too. I didn't think I would like the Dahmers. But again, they were like $10, so I wasn't gonna say no to $10 prescription glasses. I'm just gonna try them all on. Then I got these. I don't know why. I don't love them. They're a lot like the Dahmers, except they're the black plastic frames with this little dude. I think it'll be good for costumes if I ever need to cosplay something with glasses like this. I don't know. Who's got glasses like this? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat who's got glasses like this, okay? Because I have no clue. Let's see. We got 2 more, I promise. So, and these last 2 are the same, except for this first pair are clear. So they got clear plastic on top. We got gold metal down on the bottom. And I think of all of them, this is my favorite pair. It's just like those, except they have black on top. Good morning! Oh, also, can I just tell you, being able to see again, because I haven't had new glasses in like 5 years, what a difference! The gift of sight mates. I'm gonna keep these ones on. What do you say? All right. That is the Glasses Fashion Show. Again, if you're looking for really cheap glasses, don't ever buy them at the eye doctor again. Get your prescription from the eye doctor and go to zenny.com. They're not paying me to say this. I'm just genuinely a huge fan. All right, Glasses Fashion Show. I love these new glasses. Oh wow, everyone's saying so many nice things. Thank you. Good morning. Hi. Okay, we'll go through and talk to everybody here in just a second. That is the Glasses Fashion Show, which means I think it's time for us to get into the Morning Mews. The Morning Mews is the part of the show where we go through the top pop culture headlines. I get you all caught up so that you don't feel left behind when you get to school or work. And I want to get started real quick by following up on all those monkeys. So if you remember, I think it was Friday's show. Friday's Morning Mews, we talked about how a group of macaque monkeys escaped from a zoo in Germany, and they were unable to capture them immediately. Well, the monkeys, there were 24 of them. So, like, there were, like, between 24 and 20, or 22 and 25 monkeys running around. I can't remember the exact number. But they made their way to the edge of a forest right along the Swiss border. And so they were just hanging out there in the trees. They were able to finally trap them and get them all back into the zoo. So the macaque monkeys are home. Nobody got injured or sick. They're all back. They're still not sure exactly how they all escaped. They're assuming that there's construction at the zoo right now. They're assuming that one of the construction guys left a gate open and just let all of those monkeys rain loose in Germany. But they have all been recaptured and they're all home safe, hanging out probably in their little hot tub. All right, American Idol. Yes, it's still on. It came back and it's still on. American Idol. So, if you don't know, the first half of the show is all pre-taped, and then they go to the live contest where the audience votes, right? Last night was the first live show, and Luke Bryan was not there. He's one of the judges. He was not there because he tested positive for the coronavirus, so he's out. I feel like, didn't he test positive already for it last year too? So I hope he's okay. But they were able to get a substitute, Paula Abdul. Now, Paula, one of the OG judges, she was there filling in alongside Lionel Richie and Katy Perry, who are the other judges, and they FaceTimed Randy Jackson so Randy and Paula could talk for a second. And she goes, "Wow, doesn't this feel just like old times?" And Randy's like, "Yeah, it's crazy." And she goes, "We're just missing STD." And she's like, I think that's maybe a pet name she has for Simon Cowell, and she did not realize that she had said STD out loud. I think she meant to say Simon, because she started to panic, and Ryan Seacrest is just like, and she starts to panic. She goes, "I mean, super talented and debonair. That's what I meant. Where's that super talented, debonair Simon Cowell?" So if you were wondering, yes, Paula Abdul is still a mess, and no, she didn't try to get it together for American Idol. DMX's family. Okay, so we talked about how the rapper DMX passed away last week, and since then there have been all sorts of GoFundMes popping up asking to raise money for his funeral expenses. Well, his family is coming out and saying, we're fine, don't worry about it. We don't donate any money to anyone. And I was just like, well, yeah, right? He's DMX, like, he'll be fine. Well, I went and looked through recently some of his finances, because it turns out that back in 2013, he did file for bankruptcy. He was charged with tax fraud in 2017, was sentenced to some prison time, as well as had, I think it was like a $1.7 million fine attached to what was already a $2 million tax debt. And his net worth, from what everyone can find, was around negative $1 million. So he was in debt. So I guess I could kind of see how, if you're a big fan of DMX and you know all of this about DMX, maybe you think his family might be struggling and maybe they do need a little extra help. He might throw a couple bucks into a GoFundMe. His family saying, "No, don't stress about it. We got it covered. Don't donate. It's all scams." So if you see a DMX GoFundMe, just ignore it or report it. Like, tell Facebook that this is a fraudulent thing and just let Facebook deal with it all. And finally, this is nuts. All right, we talk a lot about celebrity stalkers around here. Olivia Wilde. Now, if you don't remember, back in January, Olivia Wilde, who was married to comedian Jason Sudeikis, she split with him, and she moved in with her new boyfriend, Harry Styles. Olivia and Harry met on the set of a movie that they were filming together, and they just sort of really hit it off, and they had been living together filming the movie, and one thing leads to another, and they just sort of end up, an item. Well, she just had to file a restraining order against a stalker who claims it was actually him this whole time, not Harry Styles. Oh yeah. So she caught on surveillance tape this guy for like a long time, for like multiple days, came to her door and started taping up notes, love notes. And he kept just saying all this crazy stuff, and he basically said that Olivia told him she was unhappy in her marriage and wanted to be with him. And so he kept putting these notes up, and he goes, and everything was working out perfectly until Harry Styles got all the credit for what I was doing. Bro, who are you? Nobody knows you. You're not in this mix at all. Just absolutely oblivious. So again, it's just one of those things where these celebrity stalkers are getting super duper out of hand. they're all over the place. And like, I feel like every time I crack open the news, there's a new robbery or a break-in or a stalker of a celebrity. And it's getting pretty scary. So I hope that the judge, I don't actually remember if the judge granted that or not, but I'll have to go through and double check. I'm pretty sure he did, but I don't know for sure, but I'll Google that later, or you can Google it later and deal with it. And that is the Morning Mews. Real quick before we continue, I would like to plug just a couple of quick things. Number one, our Patreon, patreon.com/nightcatshow is the place to go for that. Patreon is a really great resource for me. It helps me invest in things, buy caterpillars. It helps me buy new lights, better equipment, overall just improve the quality of the show. And the way you help is by making a small monthly donation. I have 2 tiers, either $3 or $5. You can sign up for that monthly tier. I had new patrons, but I forgot to write down their names today, so I'll be thanking them on tomorrow's show. Thank you so much to everyone who is already a patron. If you aren't, but you can afford it and you want to support Nightcat, that's the best way to do it. The best way to support Nightcat is by becoming a patron, because that money I'm able to count on, I can budget around, I can sort of plan on that being there every month. So $3 or $5 is all it's gonna take. You can donate more if you want to. Patreon.com/nightcatshow. And then I also want to quickly talk about our true crime tours, the Nightcat True Crime Walking Tours of Salt Lake City. We're gonna walk a little over a mile from different true crime hotspots. We're gonna stop at a couple of bars and get some food and drinks. It's really fun. We're about 75% sold out. So the 4 dates, both Friday dates, are pretty much kaput. I think there's 1 ticket left on the 30th. But the Thursday dates are each about halfway sold out. So if you have availability on a Thursday, you love true crime, you want to go do something, check out the link tree in the description of this video. That link tree looks like linktr.ee/JacksonWitt. That'll take you to not only the true crime tours, but every one of my links to my social media, the show's social media, subscribing to the podcast, the Patreon, all of it is in Linktree. So go get your tickets now. They are going to sell out very soon. I have a sneaking suspicion. I have a real feeling it's going to happen. Nightcat True Crime Walking Tours down in the description. All right, let's see. Then I think it's time for us to play with some caterpillars. Okay, so in case you've missed it, we on this show have been raising caterpillars, and now we have all these cocoons hanging out in there. So this is a cup of 5 caterpillars. There are 5 cocoons in there. Only 4 of them are still hanging. One of them fell down into the food. But I thought it would be fun, instead of transferring them by myself, if we transferred them into their new little butterfly net here together. So they say you have to be very careful. So I'm gonna try to be very careful. Oh, we zoom in just a scooch. How does that grab you? Whoa. All right. All right. So they say you're supposed to take your cocoons here, sort of flip them like this so they're kind of hanging up against the lid. Then you take a cotton swab and you get rid of all of these extra webs. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, someone's mad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you... That guy there in the middle keeps wiggling. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I know you're just goo. You know, my roommate and I were talking recently. Oh, do you see him go? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being very gentle, I promise. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'll leave you alone. Then you put them down here. So my roommate and I were actually talking recently about caterpillars, and she was telling me that she read something all about how caterpillars, when they turn into their cocoon, they turn into like a cellular goo. Like they don't have any part of a caterpillar left. They go into their cocoon, they go down into like a caterpillar soup, and then when they reform and they restructure, they come out the beautiful butterflies. But here's the crazy thing. when they're caterpillars, they teach them to avoid certain stimuli. And so when they do that, the caterpillars like learn to avoid certain things or go towards certain things based on how they're trained. Well, what they have found out is once they go down and they reduce into goo and they come out as a butterfly, they retain all of that training. They remember everything. So even though they inside the cocoon, they don't have like a brain or a spine or a nervous system or anything, they just melt down. They retain all of those memories somehow. Isn't that absolutely bonkers? So like I said, there is one more cocoon down here in the bottom of the cup. They say that you're able to tape those up, so I think I'm going to try to tape or glue it here to the lid a little bit later. But now that they are on their little perch, I am going to take them. Sorry, everyone. I hope I'm not messing with you. Carefully. I don't trust that. I'm just going to set that down in there. Set this down on top. Alright, zipperoo. Alright, now. Voila. If you're wondering how the other caterpillars are doing, I actually can't pick them up right now because they are working on their cocoons. And if you start messing with them within 3 days, so once they build their cocoon, it needs another 3 days to actually harden. And if you mess with them during that point where it's hardening, you could actually kill them. So I'm leaving them alone for a few more days. But these guys have been cocooned since Saturday, so I figured that we were probably fine on Tuesday. Isn't that cool? I just think it's the coolest thing. Let me bring my camera back in. Anyway, so them's the caterpillars. They're gonna be butterflies soon. All right, so let's do some math here. Because we keep talking about how we're gonna have this big butterfly party at the park. And we don't know when that's gonna be. Because, you know, it really depends on them. So what I'm thinking is we will do, they gotta be cocoons for 7 to 10 days. So in another week, I would say we'll probably have butterflies. And then I'll probably keep them until next like Friday or Saturday. So what would usually work for you if we met up at the park together to go release these guys? Would a Friday or a Saturday work better? Because I'm thinking probably next Friday or Saturday. If we have butterflies, that's when we're going to want to do it. Tell me. Let me know in the comments or shoot me a text to 601-557-CAT1. Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm so excited about the caterpillars, y'all. I can't even take it. They're just so stinking cute. That way you can still see the little cocoons. All right. Oh, I wanted to read a couple of our podcast reviews because everyone's been so nice lately. But while I'm loading that, why don't we just come over here and see who's in the chat? Wow, it is an active morning over here in this chat. Good morning, Shelby, Kryn, Sadie, Ammon, Katie, Marissa, Nathan. Katie, I'm so happy you're back. I hope you had a great trip. Katie was on vacation. Doggone T, good morning. Zizor, good morning. Cascat, Erica. It is so good to see all of you. Thank you. I'm glad you like the glasses. Thank you, Sadie. Yeah, Zizor. So I don't know what happened, but just for absolutely no reason, my streaming software that I use to stream this show just took a dump last week. Like, my audio and my video were not syncing at all. So you were hearing me like a mile before you were actually seeing what was going on. And then my graphics stopped working, and then my music stopped working, and I couldn't get it back on. And I tried again yesterday morning, and my software, again, just looked like it was fine, it was working, and then took a dump. So, this morning, yesterday, I spent all day downloading a new software with new graphics and stuff, and it's gonna allow us to do so much more cool stuff. Wait till you see the prize pond. It's so cool. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see. I am also saying, yes, that the butterflies are Deadpool. Caterpillar twerk, that's very good. Oh, Nisha, I don't know why the podcast is not on Stitcher. I'll look into that. It's weird. It should be on Stitcher. It's like one of the 3 that I made sure it was on. Because that's like, everyone uses Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. So I tried to put it on those, but apparently it's not there. I'll double check on that. Thanks for letting me know. Alrighty. I think it's time then for us to get into those podcast reviews. So the podcast, if you don't know, I've got a podcast called Nightcat Radio Podcast. Nightcat Radio is where I put all of the audio from these videos, as well as the Nightcap with Nightcat episodes that drop every week. So if you want an audio version, you're not able to catch the stream, go onto your favorite podcast directory, except for apparently Stitcher. You should be able to find it there. Every Friday, I drop a new true crime episode called Curiosity Killed Nightcat. Those are being very well received. Everyone is really liking them, and everyone's being really nice about it. So thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying them. If you'd like to check it out, look for Nightcat Radio on your favorite podcast directory. Scroll through the feed. Anything labeled Curiosity is going to be a true crime / paranormal episode. If you're a Patreon patron, you get those a week early. So you got episode 3 on Friday, while everyone else got episode 2. Both are exceptional. Both are really great episodes, but you know, it's better to have up to 3. So if you want that, join the Patreon, patreon.com/nightcatshow. But I always ask for reviews because one of the ways that people find these podcasts is through podcast reviews. And Apple Podcasts won't share your stuff unless you have decent reviews on your show. Because obviously they don't want people to turn on, think that all podcasts are junk, and then, you know, stop listening. So they want to just show people the really good ones. So this one is from username Forethought. I listened to Jackson on the radio for years. I'm glad he's still doing a podcast. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been weird not having a job and not working. I'm not a person who doesn't work. I'm constantly working. There was a long time where I had 5 jobs at one time because I needed to make ends meet, and I just like working. So it's been weird, but you guys have been so supportive, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for Thought on Apple Podcasts. Here we've got, I'm guessing this is probably Surrier, $I3RR @ Sierra. Nope, that looks like maybe Sierra. I'm gonna go with Sierra. There we go. It says, Jackson/Nightcat is just the best. I've listened and followed him for years, and he never ceases to make me laugh and smile. I'm excited to have so much amazing content on Nightcat Radio and the YouTube channel, Morning aMEOWncements, Nightcap with Nightcat, Curiosity Killed Nightcat. It's all just too good. Stick around and listen for a while. You won't be disappointed. Thank you so much for that. Ugh, you beautiful angel. And this one is from Sierra 3. Definitely my favorite podcast. Jackson is entertaining and hilarious. Thank you. I really appreciate that. If you're able to today, download the podcast and make sure you leave me a 5-star review. It really makes a world of difference, those reviews. It's absolutely crazy. All right. Let's see. I think it's time for us to play Prize Pond. Ooh, new game show music. What's up? Prize Pond. If you would like to play, make sure you text your first name to 601-557-CAT1. I might be calling you. Random scroll. Okay, let's see what we got here. I think you should be able to hear it. I might be calling you. I hope you're ready.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box.
That is a shame. Oh no. Reese will probably try to call you back here in a second. Let's try. Let's try this one. I might be calling you. I hope you're by your phone.
Oh.
Hey, is this Peyton?
Yeah.
Peyton, it's Nightcat. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. Would you like to play prize pond, dear?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you've watched us play prize pond before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be a little bit different today because we are adding a new element. We're adding a prize wheel. So here's how it works. Normally, we get into the pond and we use the fishing pole or the fishing net. But because we have new software that allows us to do really cool things, I invented a prize wheel. So the first thing we do is we're going to spin this prize wheel, and it's either going to have you get into the prize pond where you can choose between the hook or the net, or it's going to land on either a kitty cat plushie, a sticker, a magnet, or a t-shirt. So either way, no matter what, you're going to end up with a prize. Are you ready to spin the wheel, Peyton? Yeah? You feel good about it?
Yeah.
All right, let's count down from 3, all right? 3, 2, 1. We're spinning. It's going. We're spinning. Let's do it. You want a sticker?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm going to actually send you just like a bunch of stickers. Do you like stickers?
Yes.
Yeah, are you, I guess, what was that?
Yeah.
She said she has some in her room. We have a couple Nightcat stickers.
Awesome. Well, we'll make sure to send you some really cool new stickers as well. So that way you have a full collection.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Have a good day at school.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, she's so cute. So that's how we're going to do this from now on. So there are a few different things about the prize pond this time. Number 1, we've got the wheel. So you're only getting in the prize pond if it lands. Let me just roll it again so you can see it. On one of the blue areas. If it lands on one of the blue areas, you're going to get into the pond. You're going to be able to choose between the hook and the net. You want a sticker, whatever it might be. If you win a prize on the wheel, that's just your prize. So we've also added, however, a few other elements. So tomorrow when we get into the prize pond, you might see some new stuff, including the Pond Witch. If you get the Pond Witch on the hook, you lose everything. And she could be lurking anywhere, honey, so you better watch it. That's the prize pond. I love the wheel. I'm glad Lindy likes the wheel too. Very cool. All right, we did the podcast reviews. We did the prize pond. We transferred our caterpillars. We did a glasses fashion show. We talked about the Morning Mews. I think that's it for me, everybody. It's just crazy. Don't forget, you can text me anytime, 601-557-CAT1, 601-557-2281, or leave me a voicemail. I just love being able to catch up on stuff. If you have something you want me to talk about, if you have like a personal story you want me to share, if you have anything, you just got something on your mind, you're angry at someone, text me, 601-557-CAT1. I love reading through your texts. They're so fun. Nightkatmerch.com is the place to go to get your Nightcat stuff. Get yourself a new hoodie, a new mug, whatever it might be. It's all down there, nightcatmerch.com. Don't forget the True Crime Tour tickets are still available in the link tree. And make sure to download the Nightcat Radio podcast on your favorite podcast directory. Go back and listen to episode 2, which is available to everyone right now. If you're a patron, go to your Patreon account. You should be able to find episode 3 in the feed there. Episode 3 drops for everybody else this Friday. And I think that's it. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right, well, I think it's time for us to turn it back over to the fish then. I hope you have a truly fantastic day. Here is your 3 minutes of fish. Bye. And tomorrow. It's supposed to be worse than Davis County and Weaver today, but tonight's supposed to be really bad here. Oh.